This is a Next Weather Alert from CBS News Miami.
I'm Meteorologist Dave Warren. I want to give you a little update here about what's happening as these storms fire up across the area. Had severe weather, hail, very heavy rain, and a flood advisory has been issued. That is still in effect here. The flood advisory from about sunrise going up south of 595, down towards Pembroke Pines, extending north of 595 all the way up to Pompano Beach. Now this is just to the west of 95, but this is because we've had very heavy rain that has worked through the area here and continues to push off to the north. That flood advisory in effect till 6 o'clock. Severe storms, this is where they're headed now. They have pushed north of the Broward County line here, so now moving up into Palm Beach County. But over the last hour, a lot of lightning, reports of hail, and very heavy rain as these storms developed here. They did try to push to the interior here, but the conditions today kept them right over the East Coast. That's why they developed in Broward. Down towards 595, they progressed their way north up towards Coral Springs. Had a lot of lightning, some very strong wind, and again they're staying just inland of the coast. That sea breeze did try to work its way to the interior, but these storms have been right over the metro areas here and continuing to lift to the north. So we're getting a little break now, but this heavy rain has led to flooding problems here. The flood advisory continues there, and it actually extends north into Palm Beach County, and that goes till 6 o'clock. The flood advisory for 5 o'clock up into Palm Beach County. Now we've had inches of rain coming down. Typically with a flood advisory, that's just some minor flooding, some street flooding, intersections. They are flooded. Everything's a little slow to drain. So that's what you'll be seeing here if you're out this evening. This is the radar estimated rainfall amount here. Now some of this, these peaks could have been from some hail that we had, but it does give you the overall picture here. Right along 595 just to the south, we've had up to about an inch of rain coming in with that radar estimated rainfall. That's when you get into the blue colors. Now the purple colors here, that's about 1.75 inches to 2 inches of rain there. This is just estimated by the radar. So right around sunrise there, if you continue off to the northeast here, in this area, likely we'll see flooding continuing here, even though the storms have pushed out of the area. The flood advisory, again, going till 6 o'clock here. So that is the big concern now. Over the next few hours, just you're running into some flooded streets, some poor drainage areas here. That will be the problems, even though we've had some very heavy rain the past few days. So everything's taking a little longer to drain here with these storms that continue to push into the area. As the storms developed and really intensified here, these blue dots, that was the reports of hail. Had about 1 inch of hail reported in and around these storms. That's why they went severe here. It wasn't exactly the wind, but it was also the hail. Public reports about 1 inch of hail, there. That was up around Coral Springs. And we had another hail report coming in with a spotter up to about 1 inch there, just south of Tamarack. So it was all through Broward County where we saw these storms initially fire up and then work their way through the area. Now they're pushing to the north. If we take a little wider view, the air coming out of the storms is actually triggering a little more activity. This is to the south here, right around Homestead and Cutler Bay. Radar detecting just a little bit of rain developing here and even some lightning strikes. So don't expect these to really intensify much here. Everything's cooled down just a bit. But as the cooler air comes out of these storms, you see that little blue line or the green line there. That's the air coming out of that first strong storm, and that can trigger additional storms. It's what we're seeing right now here, Cutler Bay, just east of Homestead. So the showers will continue here for the next few hours. Now the radar, our next weather radar, has been tracking everything here. We had the alerts because of the severe storms. We'll keep an eye on the Keys as well. Little activity developing just north of the lower Keys. With some lightning strikes there, but overall it's been right over the metro areas, especially into Broward County. If we go ahead and look at the radar going right into our next weather rain tracker, you can see that it does pick up what's happening right now. Again, it is lifting those strong storms to the north, but keeping a few showers going here right along the east coast. Now, over the next few hours, likely we won't see any additional alerts. What we have to wait for is the flooding waters to recede a bit, especially under that flood advisory that goes till 6. Not many extra showers expected here till about 9, 10 o'clock tonight. Again, the strongest storms look like they're pushing north and trying to work their way to the interior here. The worst of what we have had here is pretty much it. We're not expecting these to redevelop here overnight tonight. We'll keep an eye on these temperatures. They've cooled down a bit there. They're into the mid to low 80s. The showers that continue to work their way through the area have pushed out of the area here and have continued to will drop into the mid to low 80s here, holding steady here overnight tonight. That'll do it with our next weather alert here. Again, flood advisory till 6 o'clock for Broward County. Keep an eye on those roadways there. Things get a little darker tonight. It might be tough to see roads that are flooded or flooding problems that will likely continue here, at least for the next few hours. I'm meteorologist Dave Warren.